Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. If you're old, you may remember the Game Boy Advance, or the Game Boy if you're really old. And you may remember how crap of a screen it had. You'd literally have to sit under a lamp to be able to actually play it. And today I'm fixing that issues. I'm giving it a brand new IPS screen. I should specify, I'm talking about the Game Boy Advance, not the Game Boy. We'll come to the Game Boy in due time, don't worry. But yeah, we're giving the Game Boy Advance an IPS screen today, so let's get straight into it.
But before we get into it, I just want to talk about our sponsor for today's video. Today's sponsor is the subscribe button. The subscribe button is a really cool feature. It basically helps support any creator and it's completely free too. So if you scroll down on this video or any video, there's a big red button and by pressing it, it will turn grey. And that's how you can really support the channel. So please check out the subscribe button today. And with that said, let's get on to the video. So the first thing I did was take out my iFixit toolset, which was provided to me by Elliot, and I've got to unscrew all of these little screws on the back so that we can get into the console. I've picked a nice blue transparent shell to move all the components into. The reason I've picked it is because I have a matching N64, which is super cool. Once I was into the console, there were two Phillips head screws on the motherboard that needed to also be removed. Now I need to push up these little pins that are holding in the ribbon cable so that I can take that out and get underneath the motherboard. I also want to say thank you to Elliot. I mentioned it in the video where I unboxed all the stuff he sent me. If you haven't already seen that, check that out. And make sure you also go and check out Elliot. He's really cool. I'm going to rub these button contacts with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on a cotton bud, which should improve the responsiveness when I put it all into this new shell, which is really helpful when playing games. And now I'm going to remove all the buttons and the rubber contact pads from the shell. We are now all done with the old shell and it's time to move on to the new one. I'm going to peel off this little sticker thing and stick it to the back of the screen. I believe this is used to stop the screen and the circuits from shorting out. I'm also going to stick this little pad into the inside of the little screen cutout bit because this is where it sticks to and it's going to hold everything in place nicely. That is truly satisfying. And now it's time to put in the screen. So I'm just going to plop it down in the case and push it down so it's all stuck in. And there we go. I'm going to put on the glass screen protector to make sure the screen is safe and looks cool with the whole Game Boy Advance text. I think this looks really clean with the dark and the blue. Next I had to connect the screen to this little PCB and now it's time to do some soldering. Now this is the first time I've ever soldered anything and it took me quite a while to get this perfect, but in the end I did get there and it worked perfectly. The tiny little PCB from earlier comes back and this time I've got to solder to it. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I can hold down select and then press L and R to change the brightness on the screen. Now it's time to put the button contacts in. I actually ended up not using the button contacts that were provided because they were really crap and they were getting stuck pressed down. So you'd press it down and then it gets stuck and it wouldn't spring back up. So I just used the original ones and I cleaned them up. I put the motherboard back in the shell and it's pretty much there. Now I've just got to put in these tiny little plastic side panels, which are a pain in the butt because they kept falling out every time I tried to put it together. I also put in the top two trigger buttons, L and R, and then once I'd done that, it was time to close it all up.
And we are done. At last, this took me a very long time. I had some hiccups along the way, as you probably saw, but now it's done. And I'm going to turn it on here with you. Here's the game I'm going for. We're going for this, Kurin, which Elliot himself sent to me, as well as the Game Boy, of course. There you go. How much better is that, other than when it's out of focus? Okay, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. You're on my phone right now, so probably not the best, but okay, yep. Well, I failed. So that didn't go too well, and in case you're wondering, I've got Pokemon here. I've got yellow, and I'll show you that this also works with Game Boy games as well. And as you can see, it also works on Game Boy games as well. I didn't mean to put it into full screen mode, that is for psychos. And I don't know if I've showed you this or told you this, but I did a bit of soldering, which means if I hold down select and press down L, I can change the brightness on here. It's a bit awkward to show you, but I hope you can see that. So yeah, we've got Pokemon working on Game Boy games. You know, it's going to be sticking out the top, but oh well. And it's crashed. But yeah, that's been the video. But yeah, that has been my attempt, and well, successful attempts, in fact, of giving the Game Boy Advance a decent screen. Of course, thank you to Elliot, who sent me the Game Boy and the games. And yeah, thank you for watching. And if you want to see more content like this, then definitely press the subscribe button and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss one. And if you did like, then do like the video, and if you think a friend would like it, then send it to them, because it would really mean a lot to me, and they'd probably enjoy it. So yeah, make sure you do that. Alright, that's enough from me. Go and enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.